Hello and welcome to Meditate with Katie. Before we get started on this meditation journey together, I'd like to take a few moments to share some information on what Trauma-Informed Mindfulness Meditation means. First of all, the difference between mindfulness and meditation, which I may at times use these terms interchangeably. Mindfulness is focused awareness. You're aware of the present moment, you're aware of what you're focusing your attention on, you're here, you're in the now. Meditation is a more formal practice of cultivating mindfulness. So while you're meditating, you are being mindful, but when you're being mindful in general, you aren't necessarily always meditating. You can be mindful in your daily life. And meditation is simply a practice to help you build your mindfulness muscle, so to speak. Now, do you have to have experienced trauma to practice trauma-informed mindfulness? No, not at all. A trauma-informed approach to mindfulness means being gentle with yourself. It means that you are the expert on yourself, on your experiences, and on your needs. Everything that I share with you on this channel is a suggestion, an invitation. Whether or not you accept an invitation is entirely up to you. Before even attempting something new here, you can just begin to think about what it would even be like for you to try something that I suggest. So don't go outside of your comfort zone here. For example, I might invite you to close your eyes for a meditation. You never have to close your eyes or do anything else that I invite you to do if you feel uncomfortable or concerned that it might be triggering or activating in some way. Something I feel is really important to share with you is that any change in the state of our nervous system, say going from fight or flight mode into a calmer state, can actually be activating or triggering in and of itself if your nervous system is not accustomed to being in that calmer state. This is because change itself can be quite jarring or difficult for our system to handle. It may be overwhelming to try and change in this way. To our nervous system, change can be very scary. So if at any moment in your mindfulness practice you notice it's having the opposite effect and actually activating you rather than relaxing you, please feel free to pause or end your practice and instead engage in something that you know you find calming or supportive. Something that you know anchors you in the present moment and reminds you that you are safe, whatever that may be. Even if someone else finds something calming or it gives them a sense of safety, that same thing might not have that effect for you, and that's okay. We all have our own things that help us feel safe. What works for me might not work for you, and vice versa, and that's all right. Another note about trauma-informed mindfulness meditation is that it can be helpful to begin your meditation journey with an external focus rather than an internal one. If at this point in time you find it activating or triggering to try and focus on something internal, like your own breathing, that can feel quite frustrating or even lead to panic for some of us. And that's actually quite common among people who have experienced traumatic events or whose nervous systems are often in a dysregulated state. So if this sounds like your experience, it might be more appropriate to try something like focusing your attention on something external or outside your body, like something you can sense with one of your 5 senses, such as an image, a sound, a scent, the taste of something, or the physical sensation of an object. Meditation has great benefits for increasing control of and improving your relationship with your brain, body, thoughts, and feelings. If you're more aware of what it is that you generally pay attention to, you have greater ability to notice which thoughts might lead to difficult emotions before they even begin. giving you greater control of your day-to-day experiences. Overall, the goal here with trauma-informed mindfulness practice is to help you befriend your nervous system, increase your skills for coping with strong emotions, and increase your awareness of the present moment. But meditation is hard. Meditation may be simple, but it sure isn't easy. Most of us are not accustomed to focusing our awareness for minutes straight at a time. If you are meditating and focusing on a focal point, let's say a sound or something, and you notice your awareness shifting, you notice that you're thinking about what you're going to eat for dinner, or what someone said to you earlier that day and what you should have said to them, and blah, blah, blah. Rest assured, that is perfectly normal. In fact, you're still meditating. Even if your awareness shifts over to something else, the fact that you even notice at any point that your awareness has shifted is a huge win. The fact that you even took the time to try meditating in the first place and practiced focusing your awareness at all, that's also a huge win. Think of your attention like an active little puppy. So you want to train this little puppy and have it stay in one spot, but it's active. It keeps crawling away. That's normal. It's natural. It's what a puppy does. It's what our attention does. Each time your attention starts to crawl away, simply first notice that. Maybe saying to yourself, for example, my attention seems to have wandered. Then gently invite your attention back to your focal point. Emphasis on gently, because you would be gentle with a cute little puppy, wouldn't you? So maybe tell yourself, for example, hey, let's bring the focus back, back to whatever your focal point is. Maybe it's the sound of a song you're listening to the taste of some fruit. Whatever your focal point is, just gently invite your attention back to it. And even if you have to invite your attention back 100 times, you are still meditating. By doing this, you're building that mindfulness muscle and making it stronger each time. You also don't need to meditate for very long periods of time to see benefits. In fact, even just practicing meditation or mindfulness for a few minutes a day, a few times a week, has been shown to have benefits for mental and physical health. So with that being said, I'm incredibly grateful that you are here with me on this journey and taking the time to practice this kind of curiosity with yourself in this practice of creating a safe space within yourself. So thank you so much for being here. Take good care.